Hello, good evening, good night, good morning. It's Quincy 28, the guy we don't hate. I was watching just now NeoAngeleo502. Freedom is yours, but you're not willing to take it type video. I forgot the title. Sorry for that. And I really can relate to that video. I understand what he's saying in that video about freedom. But what makes me just kind of like to that freedom part is because see, when I was making videos, right, this is January, 5 months ago, 6 months ago, right, I, when the Occupy Wall Street thing really kicked off, I had like videos every day or every week about what I thought, and this video and that video, and I went down there and I'm recording it, and yeah, and I noticed that there wasn't like a boom, it wasn't a sound message, there wasn't one core thing that we all wanted, it was just, I can't pay my car loans, not car loans, I can't pay my student loans, I can't find a job, I'm young, I'm old, where's my retirement money, I got ripped off, Bernie Madoff, just a cluster of things. And it made me start thinking like, wait a second, what do we want? I just started like, what the fuck do we want? You know? I just started thinking like, what do we want? What is freedom, really? I was really scatterbrained when I was making those videos about Occupy Wall Street back on YouTube, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, whatever, and I just come to the conclusion that we don't know what we want. We're like kids, when you're a kid, when you were a kid, and say you had real strict parents, whatever, right? And but anytime your uncle or your godmother came along or whatever, you was excited because you knew that they would take you outside, take you places, and you have a vast amount of options to do things. Lots of activities, lots of jelly beans, and different types of everything, right? So when you get to like say an ice cream shop, and your mom and dad don't really take you to ice cream shops that much because they're nagging, they're always fighting, blah, 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 blah. That don't matter. You're with your god aunt, your godmother, you're happy now. And she says, what do you want? What do you want, little Johnny? What do you want for your ice cream cone? And you're just putting your nose in the glass. You're like, oh my God, there's cookies and cream, there's pecan, there's pistachio. What's this? What's that? What's this? See, now, you're going to want to probably taste all of them. But you may not get the chance to taste all of them, so you have to be precise in what you really want. And, you don't know which ones you're allergic to. You gotta test try them out for yourself, each and every one, to find out which one you're allergic to. Now, why I say that is because with this system, we're not. I kind of feel like I'm making it up. Yeah, I'm making it up. It's just I thought it was gonna be a good comparison, but we're just with this system. We've been eating basically chocolate and vanilla ice cream for like hundreds of years, 10 years, decades, whatever. And now we're getting tired of that flavor. We're getting tired of that flavor. We're like, damn, I want a new flavor. I want a flavor I've never tasted before. I want that flavor that I always looked at, but I never got. And that flavor I feel like that flavor that we are craving right now, it's just vanilla and chocolate. It's just vanilla and chocolate. It's just, we don't know it's vanilla and chocolate, but it looks like something else, but it's vanilla and chocolate, probably a little bit of sprinkles, probably a little bit of cookie clusters, cookie chunks, but it's still chocolate and vanilla. So why I say that is because we don't know what we want. We don't know what freedom is. We don't know what freedom is. We actually have no clue what freedom is whatsoever. And that bothers us, but we don't want to admit that. We just want to have a goal, a path, something to follow so we can, I guess, branch out, be different, have a better lifestyle, because I guess this is not working. But what always questioned me with Occupy Wall Street was the fact that, we don't know anything. And not that we don't not that we don't know everything, but if this system was to still be intact, if Obama was doing his job, we weren't in war, if America was shining 4% GDP or whatever, we would be happy. There would be no protests. There would be there'd be none of that. People wouldn't, and that brings me to the question: would people still fight for freedom, or would they just roll over because now they got what they wanted? So yeah, 4 minutes in, you're still here. You're still here. So yeah, that's what it is. It's just the fact that we don't know what we want. We don't know what freedom is. To sheeple, this is freedom. To people who don't really awake, this is freedom to them. This is like for them to go to work 9 to 5, come off, go on Facebook, call their friends up, text them, hey, it's Friday night, you want to go party? Yeah, and he go to the party and he get drunk faced and he take pictures. They took before and after pictures, and then they have a nice weekend, or they go with their boyfriend or girlfriend, and then they talk to their family, get in an argument. I hate my family, posting on Facebook, and then start all over again on Monday. So to them, this is freedom. And that's why they say enjoy your youth, because once you get out of high school, once you get out of the land of no responsibility, you're into the world of responsibility, which is, I mean, it's fake responsibility. You can't really stress it's fake responsibility, but it's still responsibility. And that's why they say enjoy your youth, because that's when you're really free and just innocent and just in the wind. And I mean, I don't know if that answers your question, NeoAngeleo on 502, but yeah, we don't know what we want. We don't know what freedom is, because ask these people a list of what they want, not what they need, what they want, and see if that matches up with the way things are now, or if things can be that way. Because no one accounts for the water system. No one accounts for the energy replacement. If we were to stop using oil, we would need to I don't know if re-engineer, but just basically what I got from Occupy Wall Street sometimes, or just overall, was just remove the old system, slap in a new one. Now, I don't know if you think the government has a new one already in place or coming, New World Order, whatever, but you can't just flip America overnight. You can't just go from fog and pollution and crime and poverty and whew, everybody is on top, everybody's having a nice day, blah blah blah. These things that we have done have accumulated because of us. You come to think of it, it's not the government's fault. It's us. I saw a movie, not a movie. I saw a video saying does our government suck or do we suck? I think from this guy named Junk Patriot or Patriot somebody, I forgot his name. Punk Patriot, I think. 5-minute video discussing how, is it the government's fault the way they are, or is it the people's fault the way they don't vote and we do vote, and based on stuff like that. But it's our fault, their fault. I think it is. It's a symbiotic relationship. So when things are a symbiotic relationship, you can't really blame anybody. You know why? Because symbiotes and like parasites aren't really bad guys. They're not bad guys. It's just the fact that they didn't ask to be on this planet. They didn't ask to be born, but here they are, parasites that need a host to feed off of. And so do we. So it's a parasite feeding off of a parasite. That's the relationship we have nowadays. It's not with the government. It's not just, the people putting their hard work in. We're not really doing anything. I said this before. I liked videos like this before. Pay attention. Out of Gas 88, there's a lot. Just watch one of his videos. If you don't contribute anything to life, me, you, G4T, New York Critic, Demcat, everybody I watch, we don't contribute shit to life. We talk a lot of shit. We shit a lot of shit. But we don't do anything. We don't sit there and go, you know what? I'm here on this planet for a reason. Let me give this. Let me give that. No one does, including me. I'm not trying to put anybody else, but including me. So I look at the relationship we have with the government. Then with us, it's just like the only option I would say, or the only solution to this problem is to kill every human being on Earth. It's just to eliminate the human race. It makes sense. It's pretty crazy and I don't know, schizophrenic or whatever we want to call it, but think of the movies that come out with that robots take over, or The Matrix. They always talk about how human beings are unfit to take care of themselves. So what they do, they either eliminate all human beings, or some motherboard program, some robot mind, some giant AI system takes over everybody's mind so everything works smoothly. Not because, we're evil, just because, I don't really know how to put it, but think of it like this. Say you're so fucking poor, and you lived in 1909, 1902, where children were working at age 12, and the only Christmas present you ever got in your whole life was this doll or this cowboy. Now, and especially in those times, no matter what age, you're not going to sit there and go, fuck my toe, I don't give a fuck, I'll get a new one, step on it. You don't do that, right? You sit there and go, you know what, it's the only toy I've had for 5 years, or 5 Christmases, 5 winters or whatever. I'm going to take care of this shit the best way I possibly can, because I know my friends and my brothers were less fortunate to receive even like a $1, 3 cents back in those days, right? So now, you're going to sit there and take good care of it, right? Flip it to today, 2011, I can buy toys out the Yin Yang from China, any, sweatshop. I can get everything I want or need like that. So it's in terms of we're taking things as human beings. We've taken this planet for granted and not even known. We sit there and go, I need to get to work. I need to do this. How do I do this? Oh, I use that to put in my car to make it go. Great. No questions asked. No reasons why. No what it does to the environment. What it does to your own health. Nothing. Just, I need to use to get to work. That's most important. Programmed into robots. Programmed into slaves. If you want to call it that. And then we just basically fuck the earth every single day. We don't get it. We don't understand. We don't know how to stop. We don't know when to stop. We're just going to keep fucking the earth until next thing you know, all the lights go out. That's when we'll stop. When all the lights go out on the planet, then we'll stop. I know I've dragged this video on for a long time, but it's just, we just don't see it. We just don't see it. We just don't see the ramifications. Ramifications. We don't see it. We don't see it. We just sit there and go, I want to be free. What's free? What's free? What's free? We're already free. It's just that we think that we're not free. We're free. We're free, man. It's just like, I think I've heard this on a video before. Somebody said that or some, one of those smart guys who are just like Terrence McKenna, like they're really like, oh my god, intriguing. He said the student or the pupil came to the master wanting to learn more and this and that and figure out these questions, and at the end of the training, the master, not the master, but the pupil figured out that there was nothing wrong with him in the first place. He was already smarter than he thought. He just thought he was dumber than he thought, We doubt ourselves as human beings. We doubt our intelligence off the bat. We deny, like, oh, we're not smart. I don't know the answer to this. We always, like, especially when I took tests in high school, I would always come to an answer, and then I was sitting there and go, wait, what about, I would double check. I would doubt myself. I would sit there and go, I know the answer is A. Then I think about it. I was thinking in my head, like, what if I'm wrong? Then I'll probably put the wrong answer in. So I've never trusted myself even when taking tests. So how can we trust ourselves when we live on this planet and we want to be free and we want, new this and new that, but we don't know the specifications for it. We don't know this and that for it. It's just like, we don't know what we want because our whole entire lives for a long time, through generations and generations, we've been getting whipped. We've been getting told what to do. Indoctrinated, basically. And then after a certain while, we just tell our future generations, just go with it. Yeah, that's the way life is. I don't know. I don't know what to do. That's how the way life is. And I look at that. That's sad, man. To pass on and basically telling your son, your daughter, this is the way the world is. Don't fight it. Just go with it. That's fucked up. But I'll leave it with something good. Slave. I think we're all slaves. 13 minutes. I got time. We're all slaves. I got the dictionary right here. Slavery, slaves, and the definitions of it, right? Slave. 1. One bound in servitude as the property of a person or household. 2. One who is objectively, subservient to a specified person, emotion, or influence. Verb, slaved, slavering, to work very hard or doggedly toil. Now, farmers, they feed us, right? They grow crops and, and you pick things and fruits and vegetables. They're slaves. I'm a slave. We're all slaves. There's always going to be slaves. For every 10 people in a city, there's one farmer or something like that. The ratio. I don't know the ratio, but think about it, the ratio. He's the slave. We're not working for ourselves. I guarantee you, if everybody had their own personal garden, not even bigger than a 1 acre, just everybody had their own little personal garden, no one would starve. But people don't see that. People think that, the way it is, it must be it is for a reason. But I can agree with that terminology or that mental mindset. Slavery, the state of being a slave. I mean, the thing about it is we think we're slaves, but we all contribute to one another, so no one's really self-independent. But it's the thing about taking responsibility for your actions and your kids' actions and your community's actions, and not sitting there relying on a congressman to bail you out. You never bail us out. Politicians never come through for the people. Probably you can look back in a history book, they have, but to this date, looking what it is today, no one on YouTube, no one in America can ever say this politician so-and-so came through for me, and this is why I'm here. Politicians don't come through just to be nice people. They're not. Politicians aren't Gandhis, okay? They're not Gandhis. They're not. They only want to call your name, call your house when it's time for their vote. When it's time to put in their vote. That's it. They're using us. Wake up. They're using us.